Good evening is the frequency in use. Alrighty, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, net control, usually, for the Mount Juliet Simplexton Net. Is there any traffic that I need to know about now? Like, I don't know, going to get milk because you forgot to get it. No, it's got to be something, because I've never heard any emergency or priority traffic. But there isn't, so if there is, just please, if there happens to be 1 in a billion chance there's an emergency, you can jump in here, but call 911 first. Don't call me, because I'm sitting here doing a net and I can't possibly leave here for a death-defying situation. At any rate, you can see us on our net here on YouTube right now. Just look up K4PEW on the search block in YouTube, and you'll see you'll see the face of our radio, and you'll be able to see and hear stuff that's going on there. And you'll be able to hear things I hear. And you'll also be able to see how your radio works in relation to other people's radios. At any rate, you can also see us on our groups.io site. I made that one first, and I don't usually do that, but that's at groups.io, groups.India Oscar, and just look up MJSS to find us. That's Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Also, you can go to 146415.net. That is our fairly simplistic simplex information site, and we'll talk a little bit about us and what we do. Also, let's see, where else? Oh yeah, you can go to write me an email at K4PEW at whatever at ARRL.net. That's what that is. We meet as we've been prone to, for 6.5 or 6 3/4 years, 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. We conduct a net at 146.415 FM, in case you're off frequency. Purpose of the net is to have fun. Figure out, game radio is supposed to be fun. I don't know if everybody realizes that. Yes, it can be used for emergency services. It can be used for public services. It can be used for church services. It can be used for anything you want to, as long as it's legal. But in this case, I believe it's mostly for fun, because even when we do those public service things, it's fun. Now, emergency service can be fun, but it's mostly for not fun things. It's emergency services because there's a lot of issues and problems. At any rate, where was it? Oh yeah, the announcements. The announcements, of course, are the same ones we've always had recently. That is, Saturday is field day, and that starts at noon. Setup, you can do setup before that, but generally it starts about noon, I think, or 1 o'clock. I forget. You can look up the rules on ARRL.org. Yeah. Or you can just look for 2021 field day, and it'll say, it'll point you right to the rules. And we have a breakfast Saturday morning. That's at for the Simplex Society. Anybody else who decides to show up. I've also considered, and you might want to let me know if you want to, but there's a few of us that have considered going over to the gun range following the breakfast. There's a gun range right over there on Lebanon Road, a couple of miles away, not too far away. It's $15 to get in. You can stay as long as you want. I think they have about 8 or 10 stations there, and it's an unlimited time to stay there. So some of you are interested. I think some of us are going to do that. You don't have to do it. You don't have to go. You probably need to bring a weapon. That would be a good idea, unless you want to borrow somebody else's, and that's who's amenable to do that. At any rate, let's see what else. We have the field day again Saturday. July 31st is the Lebanon, it's actually at the Wilson County Fairgrounds Ham Quest. And that Ham Quest is done very ably by the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club. And it's going to be a good one this year, so do not miss it. Mark your calendars. I don't care if you got a funeral. I don't care if it's your funeral, you got to go. So, yeah, I'll pick up your casket and we'll drag you over there. But please go to that event. It's the one event locally you don't want to miss this year. Aside from the one if you want to go to the one down there in Huntsville, if you feel like going to a really big Ham Fest. But anyway, there are going to be a lot of vendors, a lot of tailgaters, a lot of tables, a lot of people. You'll see it here at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. And of course, the one in Huntsville is August 21st, I believe it is. You can look that one up too, Huntsville Ham Fest. And that's also a good one. I don't mean to put it down because it is a great ham fest. It's a big one too. They've been working on that one for years, and they only got like 400 members in the club, so it's a little easier for them to put it on than us. Or I say us, collectively us. Okay, does anybody have any additions or subtractions from the announcements or any of the mess I just talked about? All righty, we're doing the 2-meter net tonight, of course, on 146.415. That's 146.415. We're also doing the 10-meter net on 28.415 upper sideband. This is net number 702. We're starting from the east, but first we're going to take check-ins for people short on time. So we'll start now. Unless anybody has an objection, I'm going to start now. No objection heard. I see a lot of noise on the band, so I don't know what that means. A lot of choppy stuff on the screen. If you're looking at the screen on YouTube, there's a lot of nonsense trash in there. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Any first, well, we're going to follow that by first-time check-ins, but right now it's anybody short on time.
Kilo 4 DHP.
Hold on, Kilo 4 DHP. It was Kilo Oscar 4. Who was that in there first?
Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Yankee. Lewis over here in front of the.
Hey, very good, Lewis. Yeah, it is kind of noisy. I hear buzzing on the line. Do you hear that too?
A little bit. I'm inside today, so it might be. I'm probably not going to be as good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, very good. You doing all right, Lewis?
I'm doing all right. You might hear a kids show in the background. That's kind of why I'm showing mine. But yeah, pretty good.
Very good. Yeah, your signal's good. You got about S5 to S6, but it is noisy, but that's not your fault. Well, very good. That's Lewis here in Mount Juliet. I think I heard Kilo 4 Delta Hotel Papa. Is that the right one?
Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Hotel Papa, Jim.
Okay, Jim. I'm sorry. I left out your O.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Or oh my.
Copy that. Thanks for getting to me early. I'm going to try to make a little later net, but I got to go finish dinner.
Oh, very good. Dinner's more important than this, and with your family's good. All right, Jim, we'll catch you in a little bit. K4PEW, and you have a good dinner. Who else is short on time? All right, we'll take first-time check-ins if there is any. All right, we got a silent check-in coming in. Any other first-time check-ins? All righty, then we're going to start from the east. I know who's going to check in first. Go ahead.
Whiskey Alpha 4, Zulu Hotel India, James, about Juliet.
All righty, we got you in there, James. I knew you'd be there. I think other people actually stand back and wait for you.
Am I that notorious?
Oh, it's not notorious. You're just reliably there when when East is called. Hey,
fun thing to do.
No, it's reliably there and been doing it for a long time. So, and you've jumped right in there. You don't, no delays. Everything going well for you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I'm glad the weather cooled off this last couple of days. It's been very nice out.
I went out in the heat. It was kind of hot at first when I got in the car.
Oh, yeah, a car you could bake cake in most cars in the afternoon around here.
You could bake your hands too.
Oh yes, it really is. I don't know, I want to say it's horrible. I've seen worse, but summers in the South are summers in the South. You either get used to it or you get used to it. Those are your two choices.
Put your car air conditioner cool you off in 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what I did for my wife today. I started up the car 10 minutes early, so it should be cool for her to get into. Well, very good, James. It's good to have you in there. That's Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. It's James here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east? No other eastern stations?
B4EPA.
And you're all that noise on there, do you, Eddie?
I just hooked up my radio on my bedroom. It's noisy.
Well, you're fine. The band's noisy tonight.
Oh well, I'm on an attic antenna.
Are you afraid to use the word J-pole or what?
I will have to do a band comment, and I'm about 50 feet away from my battery.
Well, you're doing all right. You're doing fine from an attic antenna. And using what? What are you using for a radio?
The Kenwood 521, I believe.
Okay, so it is a 50-watt radio.
Yeah, but I'm just running 5 watts.
Ah, I wondered. Okay, very good. I didn't think the antenna was that subdued. All right, running 5 watts. He's doing Eddie on QRP for Gladeville, Whiskey 4 Echo, Bravo X-Ray. And that's Eddie in Gladeville. Who else is east? Okay, north. That's gonna be a quick net. North, please come now.
WB0NOO, Mark in Northwest Wilson. Good evening.
What did you kill everybody up in the northern sector, Mark?
No, I don't hear a thing. I didn't even hear Eddie.
Well, he was on 5 watts. That's a good explanation from him.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know where they all are, Paul. Maybe they forgot.
Maybe they're all cheating and setting up before field day.
No, they wouldn't do that.
All right, hold on one second, Charles. Yeah, it's no, it's kind of slim. We'll see. I think some people are just either late getting in here. Some people hang on late, like some people wait because they know that they can check in any time, which suits me just fine. But it seems, hey, short nets are good too.
Roger that. Yep. I missed a couple here. We had unexpected company that showed up in town with a, I don't know, about a 30-foot camper trailer on a big diesel dually, and thought they were going to get a campground in Nashville on NASCAR weekend.
Oh, yeah, it's called In Your Driveway.
That's exactly where they spent the weekend.
Oh my gosh. Where, without a reservation, they just showed up.
Yeah, it was kind of a long story, but they had intended to go to New Orleans. And as it turned out, the storm was coming through New Orleans, so they decided to come here on the spur of the moment. And called me and said, "Hey, we're going to be in town." And I said, "Okay." And they said, "We're going to call the campground." And I said, "Well, that isn't going to work, so you might as well come over here." And sure enough, they couldn't find a place.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I've done that with hotels before, not realizing that. In fact, when I came to the South the first time, I was driving from Rhode Island to Florida, and I happened to stop, and I got tired of driving, and I forget the town that it's in, but it's where the Firecracker 500 was run. I think that was in the Carolinas, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't remember now, to tell you the truth. That's only 1973. So, and I stopped at a hotel, and I go, nothing. I go, well, can you check on other hotels? He goes, there's nothing within 100 miles of here. I said, really? Why? I didn't know why. He goes, because of the race. I said, you got it. So I went over to the gas station. I asked the proprietor if I could park behind the gas station for the night and use the bathroom.
Was it south of the border?
I was in the Carolinas, yeah. Oh, no, I wasn't that south of the border. No, I thought you meant south of the Mason-Dixon line, but no, I was definitely in the south. No, anyway, very good, Mark. I will talk at you later. You have a good signal in spite of the noise. Do you hear that noise in the band?
You know, I really don't. I just got the squelch up a little higher, so I know it's there, but I don't hear it.
Well, it's funny. You're right. On your last signal, I heard nothing, but I'm looking at my screen here on the video, and it is just spikes all across the band. I mean, it's just, I don't know whether it might be, maybe it's just locally. I got a guy who owns a welding shop who's not about 200 yards from me, so maybe that's him making all that racket, but I don't know.
Yeah, I see it on the YouTube feed, and it looks really consistent, though. It doesn't look like a welder that's drawing an arc and then stopping.
Now, maybe he's got a continuous arc welder on a really long bead.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I do too. No, I have no idea what it is. I really don't. It just looks, and I don't hear it on your signal, but I did hear it on Eddie's, maybe because he was only running 5 watts, and yours, you got a nice, powerful, smooth audio.
Okay. Well, I don't know what it is, but maybe it'll go away.
Yeah, maybe. No, I was going to say I've got a one of those old incandescent lights in the kitchen, but it's not on right now, so obviously that isn't the problem either. And not incandescent, but the fluorescent light. One of those little circle line bulbs with it makes a racket sometimes. Anyway, that was Mark. He's in northwest Wilson County. Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar Oscar. Charles, you doing all right? You doing better than you were yesterday?
That was actually this morning, and Blood pressure's kind of running a little high, and mouth pressure, I'm all right. So, we did about 1.5 long, so that's really good.
Well, I'm glad you at least you know what it is and you're doing a little better. Just hope you're able to go to work the rest of the week.
Yeah, I got a bummed out.
Signal's fading fast. For those listening, you hear see that signal there? How strong it is? But I can't hear a word he's saying. Yeah, you're saying that your audio is there, but it's being covered up by the noise, Charles. So I didn't cut. I cut about 5% of what you said. I just hope you feel better. And I'm going to move on. It was Charles. Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot Foxtrot. Your signal was fantastic this morning, but now it's not. The signal strength is good, but your audio is horrible due to the noise factor. Anyway, who else is north? Please come down.
KB9 or KK?
Ah, very good. You got things all lined up for the Hamfest, not the Hamfest, but the what do you call it? Field day?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should be okay. Just hope the weather cooperates. I saw that the rain chances went down a little bit. I hope they keep going that way.
Yeah, they've been kind of inconsistent on that. I mean, it hasn't been a sure thing every time they said it's going to rain recently.
Right. Yeah, we a couple of years ago we had a pretty good storm come through. I thought, I almost did an impression of a lightning rod.
Are you guys obviously you have some protection from the rain on the radios and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, well, we have. We were fortunate to get a pavilion. Kind of like like when we were meeting in the park. We one of the larger ones, so we got a pavilion with some tables, and then of course we've got canopies and we got tables and all that stuff and tarps and all that. Like you normally would.
Oh, excellent. Okay, yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, and of course there's an open invitation. I think to almost everybody who'd like to show up and at least observe and maybe work a radio if they've never worked one.
Yeah, that's especially who you want is somebody that's not sure, kids that want to try it. That's part of it. Get somebody. It's a great opportunity for somebody to do HF that maybe is got a tech only a tech license for now. They get a bug to upgrade.
All right, very good. Just want to make sure everybody knows that going out to the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club's event. Not event, but working the field day from Cedars 11 and Park. You're welcome to show up there and work the radios or and watch and learn how to work radios and have a good old time. For those that have even people who aren't ham, bring somebody along who isn't a ham, and they can work the radios too with assistance, I'm sure. So anyway, it's all open. That's Frank Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Who else is north?
And 4FAX.
I heard something Juliet, Kilo Juliet, but hold on one second. I heard, who did I hear? An N4FAX. Who's that?
KN4FAX.
Yeah, I got it. Actually, I was missing the K. All I heard was a double there a little bit. Oh, is she doing okay?
Yes, fine. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. How you keeping yourself busy? Are you fully recovered?
Well, I guess you can get recovered, Every time I turn my neck, it pops kind of loud, but that's okay.
That doesn't sound like fun.
I'm okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Tough Guy Otis, Kilo November 4, Foxtrot, Alpha, X-Ray. And who was the other station in there, please? It was a little rough on that, rough copy on that one. All right. I didn't hear all of that. I got Kilo Oscar 4 Juliet something. Is that Kilo Juliet X-ray? Yeah, real rough copy on you tonight. Who? What's the first name again there, please? Oh boy, I didn't even catch that. This is horrible. These that noise. Hold on one second. Let me look you up here so I got it right on the QRZ page here, so I can make sense of where you are. I'm sorry about that. Kilo Oscar 4 Kilo Juliet X-ray, if I have that correct. Oh, very good. That's Jamie, right? I think you said yes. You're in Bethpage, but really the noise is horrible. Do you hear the noise on my signal? Yeah, I'm not copying really. Hold on one second. Oh, hold on. Just had a little minor malfunction there. Yeah, well, I'm not copying. I'm copying you horribly tonight, Jamie, due to this noise, and I'm presuming it's around me somewhere. But I'm glad you're in there, but your signal is really rough to copy, even though you get a decent signal. So I will catch you later. That was Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Juliet X-ray. It's Jamie. He's in Bethpage, Tennessee. And appreciate you being there, but man, is that noisy. Who else is north? Okay, got another problem. Who is that? It's no copy on that at all. Okay, I think I was Rick in there. I heard you first, but there's another party. Rick, is that you?
It is me. I was trying to get checked in real quick.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. That's Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. You got to run?
I do. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. All right, very good, Rick. That's Rick in Ashland City. Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. There was another station in there, please. Okay. Is anybody copying that station?
Kilo 4 Mike Tango Oscar. Super long, super strong signal, no audio.
Yeah, I got no. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's Kilo 4 Mike Tango Oscar. Is that what you said, Frank?
Yeah, he just said affirmative.
Wow, I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, try it one more time, please. Just your call and your name, and that way we can look at the signal here. Yeah, you've got a real strong signal. I mean, strong enough, a S7 to S8 here to me, but if there's hardly any audio at all, I suspect you might have a, microphone problem or something. I assume he's looking at his mic problem. Yeah, and he's only in Old Hickory, so that's not too far away. That's Michael in Old Hickory. Is that correct, Michael? Yeah, I did hear you a little better there on the audio. Why don't you give it, how are you doing tonight from Old Hickory?
Very well.
Yeah, I didn't copy all of that, but I can hear your voice okay, not okay, but I mean a little bit there, so I can recognize that you have a voice. But before there was hardly any voice at all. I thought I was listening to I don't know what it was. I just couldn't understand what it was. Ah, okay, very good. Yeah, that's something you need to work on, and that's one thing this net will do. It'll prove to me and lots of other people that everything is in the antenna. Everything. I mean, yeah, you need a reliable radio, but my gosh, if you have 5 watts and a great antenna and a good elevation, lots of people can hear you, and they can hear you very well. But again, good antenna and good elevation is critical. Anyway, that's good. Michael in Hermitage, excuse me, Old Hickory. Old Hickory. Kilo 4 Mike Tango Oscar. Obviously with antenna envy somewhere there. We need to get a better antenna out there, Michael. But I'm glad you're in there and gave it a good shot. Who else is north? Please come down. North or west? Hold on there, Jeff. I had somebody else in. Again, are you hearing that noise on your end? Jeff, are you hearing the noise on your end? Anyway, who was that other station in there besides Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf? Kilo Oscar 4. What were the last three again, please? Ah, very good. Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta. That one I am copying. How you doing tonight? Yeah, again, I'm not even copying everything you say there. This is Doug, right, in Greenbrier? Yeah, I do. I sure wish I knew what that noise was. It's driving me crazy. Hold on one second. Let me hold on. If you guys saying, just 1 second, I'm going to turn off a couple of things here and see if it's me. Yeah. All right. Sorry for that delay. Let me see if the noise is still there. Are you still there, Doug? Yeah. All right. Very good. Didn't change a thing. I can hear you a little better, but I turned off 2 or 3 things I thought might interrupt it, but I don't know what that is locally. All right, Doug. How are you copying me? All right, very good. I heard some of that about a relocation and getting the shack set up again, I think you said. But let me move on because I'm having a really difficult time with some of the farther station. That was Kilo Oscar for Mike, Kilo Delta. That's Doug, and he is in Greenbrier. Who else is West?
KG4 CXC, Chris and Dalton.
Oh, man, you sound perfect compared to the other stations. How you doing, Chris?
That's wild, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of that stuff on the scope on the Scion one, so that is definitely local over there to you. And I have the same thing happen, which is actually, it's kind of like jagged peaks, right? But it actually raises the entire noise floor to where it almost looks like there's signal across the whole band. It's the battery charger I have downstairs. It leaks so much RF. It's insane. But doing good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing reasonably well. Typically running around like a chicken with my head cut off on net nights. Everything I do seems to bottle up at the end of the day. Cooking dinner, feeding the dogs, putting the dogs out, doing my daily workout, taking the dogs for a walk, and whatever. Just getting ready.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like that some days too. Like, man, now I'm really starting to hit the groove, and it's after 5 o'clock.
Yeah, well, it's different. Let's put it this way: when you're retired, I've got no excuse, quite honestly. I got all the time in the world, technically.
Guess you just have to build a schedule then, right?
Yeah, well, it doesn't have the same. It's in business. You have to meet deadlines. Obviously, this is a deadline with the 8 o'clock thing, but I'm saying about the other things during the day. You tend to get into this mañana attitude if it's not really critical, unless the wife is really complaining.
Honestly, that's kind of the way I like to live outside of work. It's not critical,
Well, again, yeah, I know, I understand. Well, very good, Chris. Good to have you in there. And your signal sounds refreshingly that I can hear you. And of course, you're in Donaldson. By the way, that's Chris in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else is West?
KG4 LV, Jack and Donaldson.
All right, we got Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor, and that's man, I haven't. How you doing, Jack?
Doing fine. I had a big afternoon at the dentist's office, so I'm feeling a lot better now.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It isn't even the pain that's the problem; it's the numbness.
Just when it wears off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I happen to like biting huge chunks out of the inside of my mouth when it's numb.
That always feels good when it quits hurting. Looking forward to the break this Saturday.
Oh, excellent. Very good. We hope they got good. I hope everybody makes it. We had, I think, 17 or something like that last time, and it's nice to have a big group together and everybody just having a good time. Anyway, that was Jack in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. If you heard me, we, at least some of us, or let's just me maybe, we're going over to the range to shoot on down there in Lebanon Road a couple of miles. I think it's KBR range. I think that's what it's called. If you've ever been there. Anyway, I'm saying making that invitation to everybody, of course, because I don't think everybody was here at the front end when I announced it. Anyway, Jack and Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is West?
Kilo November 4, Yankee Quebec Papa, Justin.
All right, Justin. You know, that noise wiped it out. It's Kilo November 4, Yankee, what?
Quebec Papa, and that is Justin. Delta Uniform Sierra Tango India November.
Oh, no, I got the Justin. I was just, my brain went into a stall after Yankee when I heard Quebec. It's like when I hear people, you did fine, okay? But whenever somebody uses non-standard, um, when I say non-standard, there's an ARRL published list of what the phonetics are. And it's pretty much the same as the military standard. And it's been that way for a long time, probably 50 years, maybe longer. And so when somebody throws me a curve, instead of saying golf, they say Germany, it goes, my brain goes into a stall.
Yeah, I can hear that. Which part of the call sign did the golf? I don't have golf in my call sign. I was just curious which part of that was.
Oh no, I was just using that as an example. For some reason, when I heard Quebec, it didn't register. That was the problem.
Okay, I got you. That didn't register to me. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. It's just I've been using. I was telling somebody recently. I've been using phonetics more or less. I had to learn it in the Boy Scouts. I had to use it in the Navy. Used it in the ham radio, and it's just very, I mean, it comes kind of second nature to me. But at the same time, if my mind isn't set right, when somebody says, and Quebec's a funny one because it doesn't automatically register as a Q because it's got the K sound in it.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I actually made a contact on 10 meters a couple days ago to Puerto Rico, and I had to say my call sign a few times because the Q.
I don't even know. What's a good alternative to say in Quebec? What is a good one? Question?
I'm not really sure. I said queen at one time, and I was like, well, you could use that for green, but he finally picked it up after I said Quebec a few times.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Queen, I've heard used many times as a substitute for Quebec. You're right. Of course, I've also heard it stated in a different way sometimes. And sometimes that's more obvious. People will say Quebec, and even that. But again, it's the K sound again.
I'm from the South. I pronounce everything wrong, so there wouldn't be any much difference if I knew the correct or the incorrect.
No, listen. I don't. I've lived in the South more than half of my life, and it's actually there's nothing wrong with the way Southerners talk, quite honestly.
Well, when you grow up a lot of your life saying wash instead of wash, yeah, and you go somewhere outside of the South, they're like, what did you just say? So yeah, you kind of tend to kind of self-analyze.
Well, that's true. It's also true that people in the northern climes also have some stupid ways of talking.
That's the way it is everywhere in the world.
Well, and quite honestly, if you go to the New York metro area, it really gets really dumb because you can't understand what they're saying half the time.
I've never been to New York. I did have an ex from upstate New York, but the only city that was in Chicago.
Oh, really? Where was it in New York State?
I couldn't tell you. This over 10 years ago. I'm not really sure. I know it was. I think they were probably about 100 miles upstate of New York City.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I'm from Western New York. That's why I was even asking. I was over there on the Canadian border in Niagara Falls. Well, and again, very good, Justin. That's Justin. And let me see, Justin. I even forgot where you're from. Don't tell me. I'm going to look it up. No, just go ahead and tell me.
I'm from Laverne, and it is Delta, not Justin. It's Delta.
Laverne. Okay, you just threw me another curve there. I was doing one thing and listening to another. Hold on a second. And 4 Yankee, Quebec. Well, I'm a little slow today, I think. It's Kilo November 4. Well, I messed that up again. Hold on. Dustin, I'm sorry about that. I just, I thought I heard it correctly, and I didn't. Yes, I've forgotten that was your name. Anyway, good signal though from Laverne. You're doing fine. What kind of antenna are you using down there?
I'm using a Diamond X300A.
Oh yeah, that's a nice antenna. Really nice. Have you had that a long time?
I've had it for probably about a couple months, but I've taken it down since then and recently put it back up. I guess this would be my test.
Okay, very good. Yeah, that's it's a nice. All of those diamond antennas. Well, I brag on diamond because I've owned them, but Comet makes some nice stuff, and lots of people make nice stuff. But I just have I know how well the diamond antennas are made, so I'm not real familiar with how the Comets are made, etc. I'm just I brag on the diamond. Anyway, you've had a good experience with it, right?
I haven't had a problem with it. Easy to set up, put up, and I've had pretty clear signal on all the bands or on all the frequencies that I've included in my radio.
Yeah, well, very good. That was Dustin. I'll get that straight yet. That's Dustin Kilo, November 4, Yankee, Quebec, Papa, and he is in Laverne. Who else is south or west?
Kilo 4 Oscar, Fox Oscar. November Yankee Bill.
Hey, Bill. Hold on one second. Kilo, November 4, November, I don't remember what it was. November, Yankee. We had Donnie in there. How you doing, Donnie?
Doing good. I don't have anything further for the net. I've been hearing any interference. I've been on the phone, but it's been fairly quiet down this way.
No, you're clear. Your signal is if there's no problem at all in the band. You have just a nice, pretty signal, nice audio. Everything is great. So I want you to be net control because this is noisy on my end.
Don't do me no favors. Carry on. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Donnie. Very good. That's Kilo 4 Oscar Foxtrot Oscar Donnie in Hermitage, South of me, about 5 miles on the east side of Percy Priest Lake. Bill, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. You're not all that bad to me.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Apparently whatever that noise is local to me. I don't know what it is. I have no clue. I hear it every once in a while. It'll come up like this very sharp peaks that just make a mess. It looks like I'm looking at the cross section of some kind of carpet that's got spikes in it, and it's just noisy on my end, and it's annoying because I usually can hear you and everybody else perfectly, but if you're any farther than Laverne, the signal really gets bad.
Well, I think I'm further than Laverne.
Well, you're how much farther? You're 15 miles south of Laverne, aren't you?
I'm in Murfreesboro, about a mile off the square.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm just saying that your signal I can hear. I can hear you. I can read your audio, but there's still a buzz there. This awful buzz that's annoying.
All right, I better let you get to somebody else. It's getting late.
All righty, thanks for being there, Bill. That's Kilo November 4, November Yankee, and that's Bill in Murfreesboro. All right, who else? I had the wrong. I said Kilo November 4. What's your call? I got your call wrong there, Bill. What's your call?
Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee.
Yeah, there you go. I was one character off. Kilo November 4 is a guy in Weeki Wachee, Florida. All right, I'm sorry about that, Bill. You'd think I'd remember that, but sometimes I get a little brain fog on there. That's Bill in Murfreesboro, and it's Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee. I'll try to keep that straight next time. Who else is Sal?
Whiskey Victor 4 Delta, Ken Smarta.
Hey, Ken, how you doing? You're not hearing that down there, are you?
I can see it on your scope on YouTube, but no, locally I'm not hearing it.
Yeah, it looks like we're going real fast by like a city like Chicago or New York with a. That's what the horizon looks like, just a bunch of buildings.
I see that on your scope, but no, on your signal, you're about 40 over, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Everything goes. Al's going okay.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that radio next week.
Oh yeah, I know you'll like it. Yeah, Ken's getting a new 991A radio coming in. Hopefully next week. It's hard to get them because they got chipset problems, but he's looking forward to hopefully one next week. Good to have you in there, Ken. That's Whiskey Victor 4 Delta. Good signal, but I'm still hearing that crappy noise. Who else is South?
Care 4, Care 2, 4 Sierra, Yankee Victor.
Hold on there, Larry. Sierra Yankee Victor. I got Tony in there first too. Tony, you doing okay?
Any day above ground's a good one, right? Just a heads up for everybody who might be interested. Tomorrow night is the last supermoon of the year. Well, almost the year. The next one will be in December 4th of this year. And if you go outside tonight, it's pretty darn close to a supermoon tonight. And for the aficionados, the full moon in June is called the strawberry moon because it tends to be low in the horizon when the full moon comes through, and that kind of gives it a reddish tint to it. Anyway, KF4, KF2.
Yeah, very good. We don't have any sponsors tonight?
We can. Tonight's astronomical report was brought to you by the Marsupial Education and Cultivation Society of Triune.
Awesome. Yeah, I understand they got all of have 6 members now?
Well, they're waiting for their initiation. They have to have their tails clipped.
Ah, very good. That's very good. That's Tony with the Marsupial Connection. Kilo Oscar 4. Your call is Kilo. I wrote it down wrong again, like an idiot. It's Kilo. Give me your first and second letter. I screwed that up, Tony.
It's Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot, wait for it, Quebec. Thank you.
Yeah, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec. You think I'd remember that one as well? I'm having a bad night here, guys. All flustered. That's Tony, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Kilo Foxtrot Quebec, and he is in Smyrna. And I heard Larry, Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor in Rockville. You doing okay?
Doing fine here, man. We'll let you get on with it. More sloppy.
Very good. Everything's doing good in Rockville for Larry, Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. Who else is Sal?
The other Larry, 5 Echo Charlie.
All right, Larry. You're doing well after all the attention you guys had over there this week?
What was the tension on their number? I had a drink or two.
Say that again?
I know. What was the tension? I had a drink or two since then, so I don't remember.
Oh, gotcha. Do me a favor. I know you're the Kilo something 4 Echo Charlie Victor. What's the second digit?
Kilowatt Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. KB5 Sierra Victor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a second person in here to take calls for me. I'm getting them screwed up to the Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. Larry. Yeah, there's been a lot of activity in your neck of the woods this past weekend.
I don't even remember. I guess that's what I said. Right now, I'm enjoying the sounds of war.
Very good. That's Larry, Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor. And what are we calling that area again?
Hip Walter Hill.
Yeah, Walter Hill. I love that name. I really do. Kilo Bravo 5 Echo Charlie Victor, Larry, Walter Hill. Who else is Sal? Anybody else, Sal? Hey, where are you tonight? Because you are got a good signal tonight. Ed? Yeah, I'm sorry. I dropped my push to talk button there. I did hear Ed in there. Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. How you do? How's my signal to you there, Ed?
I got you about 7. I
No, you're doing fine. But the problem I'm having, I don't know if you heard me say earlier, but I've got apparently a terrible noise problem, and I don't know where it's coming from. It seems to be that it's localized to me in my general area here. But I'm hearing it on almost everybody's signal. It's especially when they're farther away. All right, very good. That's Eddie in Shake Rag near Shelbyville. Great signal from that distant station. That's Kilo Delta 4 Zulu Golf Yankee. Anybody else south?
Recheck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, you may be getting that interference from up there where they're working on that interstate up there at over 40. There was about 20 of them up there tonight running around with walkie-talkies all over the place. I don't know what frequency they're using, but they were everywhere.
Yeah, I know you're right. It occurred to me they got something. Maybe they even are working some late night, really high pressure sodium lights or something, working on that darn thing.
Yeah, they got a pretty good crowd up there. They've got everything down almost one or two lanes.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, well, that just means that it makes it tougher getting through Providence for all those traffic during the day, right?
That's what we need. I hope they do it at night, though, and not daytime.
Yeah, I do too. Very good. That was Donnie just saying it about the interference. They got a lot of work going because that overpass that got hit this morning by a tractor trailer, it killed the driver. Really messed up to him, obviously, and his truck and the bridge. And now they're going to have to do the overpass repairs, which they said is going to take 2 or 3 weeks. So that's a real thrill. At any rate, who else is south? Please come in. Anybody else? Anybody latecomers? We're on not a slow night, but an easy night tonight. Who else is any place, anywhere? Please come on.
WE4E, Danny.
Hey, Danny. Yeah, your signal sounds pretty good. It's refreshing once I get a nice clean signal.
Well, Paul, it's not for lack of trying. I went mental a little while ago. I tried to check in call for the north, and I kept keying up, and he kept taking other calls. And I'm trying to wonder, do I have bad breath or something I said? I didn't realize I had a repeater offset, and I was transmitting on 600 kilohertz away, so it had 145, 815 or something. I don't know. So I don't know where my head was, and I wasn't looking at the radio. So glad to actually be able to get a signal across the lake to you on the same frequency.
I noticed that when I have on this screen on the 991, I have done that myself. I don't remember how I managed it on a simplex frequency. And what we need is one of those old red lights like cop cars used to have whenever there's a repeater offset and its lights start the rotating lights flashes up there.
Yeah, maybe I just need an old tour.
Well, the offset signal, the indication on the screen is about the size of a net on there,
Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. Then the display, the big number will change when you key up. But it's really only useful information if you're actually looking at the screen, and I wasn't.
Oh yeah, I've done the same thing. In fact, that one night I accidentally hit the split, and I was transmitting, of all things, on 10 meters.
Well, I think I qualified as working split.
Oh, it was. At any rate, how you doing there, Dan?
Well, I'm none the worse for wear, Paul, I guess. Hope you're doing okay as well.
Oh yeah, I'm getting along just fine. I just getting older. I got a birthday coming up, and I don't look forward to birthdays anymore.
Yeah, I feel your pain on that.
Yeah, anyway, that was Danny, Whiskey Echo 4 Echo in Hendersonville. Great signal. It's a pleasure with it. You hear less noise, but that's not his fault. That's not his. He didn't solve the problem either. Anybody else late check-ins? Please come now.
Yeah, for SIB.
I heard 2 stations in there, but hold on one second. I heard Kilo India 4 Sierra into Bravo. That was Richard. You checking in your lovely bride as well?
Absolutely, KI4SOR. I hope everybody's doing well. I'll turn it back over to you because I know you're a busy man. Take care.
3KI4SIB, shut up.
Yeah, right. Very good. That was Richard, Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo, and Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo Stethany in both in Lebanon, just west of downtown. I heard another station in there, but it wasn't real obvious to me because of the noise.
November 4th, on Juggle Turtles.
Oh, I got you that time, Don. You sound good.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good too. I don't know if that noise is local to you. I've got some noise here and I can't hear anybody. I think I heard maybe 4 people in higher net.
Huh. Yeah, because this noise here, you can see it on my screen. It's just it's ugly, man. It's just one solid buzz. It sounds like line, it sounds like a line problem, from electrical lines, quite honestly.
Yeah, mine's not that bad. I got about S2 to S3 at times. Something wrong going on around here, maybe. But yeah, mine's not that quite that bad. But the band was whacked tonight.
What kind of power are you running tonight, Don?
No normal 100 watts.
Well, it's doing well because you're bumping over between S5 and S6.
I'll tell you what I can get, brother. How you been?
Doing well. You're gonna have to make it back to one of our breakfasts.
Yeah, I'm going. I think it's been real stupid here. I've got so much going on the weekends lately. Work's been crazy. Luckily, I don't have to do a job. I don't have to work on the weekends. That's a good thing. But by the time we get done doing my normal rat race during the week, Saturday mornings are time I stay in and relax, maybe have a few mimosas with the YL and cook some breakfast.
Awesome. So the new job's going okay?
Oh, yeah, new job's great. It's fun doing fun things. Like get to herd cats with Generation Z. They're not the money out there more younger than that. And I'm definitely the old guy. But it's fun. Actually, these kids are on the ball and they've got their acting gear. Hey, it's a pleasure to work with them.
Yeah, but see, that's what's cool is that the obviously new people can be very bright and very sharp and right on top of the money. But as soon as they run into a legacy system, you're the go-to person.
Yeah. Luckily, we're building off from scratch, but my technical acumen is not super up to date for this stuff. But my experience in the industry and how to set up systems and how to documentation and how to do set up a development team and a QA team and incident response. I've got 30 years of that, so that's kind of what they hired me for. Is to herd all these cats and get them together and get some kind of testing plan in place.
Yeah, you gotta. I remember that was the best advice I think I heard from anyone in my whole life was my first wife's dad, who was a very bright engineer. And his first piece of advice was have a reason for doing everything you do in management, everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got stuff going. Like I said, we're just getting this team started up. There's not a lot of people on it yet. We'll be ramping up at some point over the next 6 to 8 months. I'm sure we got a lot of stuff we got to get done, and it just feels good being back to the good old days of making a difference. Actually, doing something fun and cool and exciting in tech for a change. Not the same old boring, pushing every report.
Oh yeah, no, I know the deal. Anyway, good to have you in there, Don. Your signals, you have real decent signal from Bon Aqua. And it's Don, November 4 Delta, Juliet Tango. There is something to be said for having 100 watts or better on 2 meters, so you're doing great. Anybody else, any place, anywhere?
KG4, Juliet Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Greg and Antioch.
All right, hold on. I had 2 in there. Hold on there, Greg. I heard Kevin in there first. How you doing, Kevin?
What's going on, Paul? Ain't nothing going on over here. Look, check this out. I think there was a super moon out there. Is that the case tonight? I heard somebody say that. And, wow, that's going to be pretty cool to see. What time did it come up? Do you know? If anybody knows, can you tell me? Well, there's not a whole lot going on here. Same old stuff, different day, Paul, but like always.
As far as that supermoon is, if you drive by my house in about 30 minutes, I'll be out on the front porch if you know what I'm saying.
Roger.
No, I haven't seen one of them super moons in many moons. That was Kevin in Lebanon. Yeah, supposedly there's a super moon tonight. Look it up. Look up the super moon. There's the next one after this one. I heard from Tony down there in Smyrna that its next one is December 4th. So this is a pretty big one. My wife told me this morning when she came in at 2:30 this morning, the moon was really stupendous. At any rate, that was Kevin, Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu in Lebanon. And I think I heard Greg in Antioch, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie Delta Echo.
No problem, Charlie Victor Echo. How you doing tonight?
I said Delta, didn't I? It's Charlie Victor Echo.
No problem there. Yeah, super moon and super stupid drivers.
You know, I think after all these years I'd be used to that, but I'm not.
And you can tell it's a full moon. It was crazy trying to get home.
That's right. You're coming over from Northwest, from Nashville, maybe?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Opry Mills area.
Yeah, so yeah, you're coming through the crazy town.
Yeah, it's just silly trying to get from there to Antioch. Anyway, I made it.
Yeah. Well, I guess the people who have the money who live right in town, those are the smart ones, or maybe they're just the ones with all the money.
I bet it's no better there.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't want to live inside of and Nashville's not a monstrous city, but it's a busy city. It's not like it's a quiet place, and I don't want to live in a busy city.
Yeah, I haven't been downtown in I don't know how many years, and I'm not that far away from it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Big cities are interesting and they're fascinating, but I certainly don't want to live in them. Anyway, that's Greg and Antioch. Kilo Golf for Charlie Victor Echo. I'm having a terrible time with the call signs tonight. Good to have you in there, Greg. Who else is south? I mean, anywhere, any place? All right, I had a very weak Kilo 4 Alpha Lima, but there was another station in there. Oh, that was LFT, right? Lima Foxtrot Tango. Yeah, very good. Give me the first part of your call because I didn't catch it. Yeah, very good. How are you doing tonight up there?
Doing good up here, Paul. Wife and I come from downtown this afternoon. Found a bobcat laying in the yard.
Laying in the yard sleeping or dead?
Sunning himself. Having a good time out there.
But he was just sunning? Is that what the deal was?
Yes, sir. Just having a good old time.
Huh. That's interesting. You wouldn't think he'd be right in front of your house like that.
Yeah, acting like he owned the yard.
Oh, that's funny. I've never seen one here in Mount Juliet, but I have seen them out, out in the countryside. Yeah. Well, that's pretty wild. Maybe he wants to be a pet.
I don't think so. He'll never make it in my yard.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't make it in mine either. But I think I'd want to break the law with not being able to shoot handguns off in the city limits here in Mount Juliet.
Well, we've got cows all around us here, and we got a cow that's going to have a baby here in about a week. And if the bobcat gets any ideas, I think it'll wind up dead.
Oh, I hear you. I'm surprised I can hear you tonight from Hartsville. You have a good signal, considering I got a lot of noise locally.
Glad to hear it, Paul. Okay, the baby, I know you want to get out of here. Have a good evening.
Yeah, that was Rich in Hartsville. Almost the end of the earth for me tonight, but it's Kilo Charlie 2 Lima Foxtrot Tango. And I'm surprised how good that signal was tonight. I mean, in spite of the noise. Who else is any place anywhere?
Where do you see Earl and Dory?
Hey, Earl, how are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. Sounds like you're
doing just as well over there in your neck of the woods.
Oh yeah, we're doing all right. It's just I hate when something is this noisy. It just makes for a very annoying band having all this buzzing going on.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess I hear tell that this is the time of season to share a buzz.
That's right. Yeah, you have a great signal tonight. You're bumping up between S7 and S8.
Right, okay. Well, I pumped up my output a little bit over here to compensate for the noisy conditions I hear you've been having over there. I've just been pacing the floor and I don't know, burning the candles at the in the middle and haven't quite find whether be what time of day. Anyway, I guess I got it in here in time to say howdy.
All right, well, very good. That was Earl with a great signal from Noreen, Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. And I left out Alan, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. How you doing, Alan?
Oh, not too bad. Been real busy lately. Mom sold her house in Miami and moving to Middle Tennessee, so I've been put in charge of trying to get all that stuff transferred and all the utilities canceled and all that other stuff. So I've been playing secretary here, but staying pretty darn busy.
How about where did she live in Miami?
Down south in Homestead. She just closed on her house on Tuesday, so we're getting her all settled in up here. She's really liking it so far in Middle Tennessee. Quite here as me, Cyrus.
Oh, I'll bet. Was she? How long has she lived in Homestead?
Oh my goodness, since the early '70s.
Oh my gosh! So she must have had some issues with Andrew there in '91 or whatever that was.
Yeah, fortunately, her house was one of the older ones that was made out of concrete blocks, so it took a little bit of roof damage, but nowhere near like a lot of the other folks did. So she fared pretty good, and got the house sold fairly quickly, and getting all moved in up here. Actually, very pleasantly surprised at a lot of the government facilities up here, like the driver's license bureau and all that. Everything was very, very smooth. I was not expecting that at all. So very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm sure your mother will enjoy it up here. Miami has its amenities. That area has its amenities. If you like the ocean, if you like beaches, if you like 50% of the 65% of the people speaking another language, you're in great shape.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one thing that I miss, and she misses too, is the ocean. Dad wanted to be cremated and spread out in the sea, so anytime he wanted to visit him, he'd just go out to the sea. So I let her tell her. I tell her that we do a similar thing here with all the lakes we have. So, he'll be with her here too. So anyway, hey, sorry about the late kick, and I missed any of the announcements. I was curious. Did Frank KB9RKK was checked in today?
He was. Part of the announcement was they're doing the field day there at what do you call it? The park there, or Cedars of Lebanon Park. With the field day there inside the park, same place where they have the Cedars of Lebanon field day. And now field days there is same place as the Hamfest is usually.
Okay, you read my mind. Excellent. Wow, you are a great net control. Still been a delinquent member here. Appreciate it. Back to the net, K4AL.
Yeah, and don't forget we got the Saturday morning breakfast, and some of us are going over to the shooting range a couple miles away to have some fun there after the breakfast.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I think I'll head to Cedars 11.
Very good. Who was that other party in there? Good to have you in there. That was Alan, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. He's working off a remote base in, I believe it's in Hermitage. Hermitage? That's right, isn't it?
That's right.
Very good. It was another station. Who did I hear screaming in there? Another station in there, please. Late check-ins, lollygaggers, lurkers, or sandbaggers. No copy. Anybody copying that? Anybody copying that station? Try again, please. All I'm getting is noise. Sorry about that. Nobody's copying that station? Well, dang. Send me an email, k4pew@arrl.net. Anyway, I don't know who that was. Any other stations, please come now. Anybody, anywhere, ships at sea, dirigibles, across, transcontinental flights. All righty, that about wraps up our 2-meter then with, I thought it was going to be a slow night, and it worked out to be pretty average with 33 check-ins. And one, a lot of buzzing going on. I don't know who that was. I can't count them. Is there anybody have any objection to going to 10 meters?
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Kilo Delta. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to check if I can see how my signal was. I'm still a little pushed on the small amplifiers. Guys, if you were receiving it better.
Yeah, I think it is a little better. I'm hearing every word you say, so that is good.
Very good, then I'll turn it back over to you.
I hear somebody else in there besides Mike Kilo Delta. Yeah, I'm hearing a voice in there, and I'm seeing some signal bouncing around between S1 and S2, but I'm not getting in good audio. And a lot of that's my fault, by the way. Local, I say my fault. Some local conditions here are really getting me a lot of problems. Try one more time. All righty, we're moving over 10 meters. 28.415. 28.415. We shall see you there. K4PEW. All right, this is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, the Mount Juliet Simplex Net on 10 meters. We're looking for check-ins from the east. Please come now. Hey, very good. Got you in there. You got a good signal there, Kevin. Good to have you in there. Who else is east? All right, very good. Got you in there too. Conditions aren't great tonight. How are you copying me, Richard and Kevin?
I got a good copy on you.
How about you, Richard? Yeah, okay, very good. I just want to make sure. I think some of this noise locally is also bothering 10 meters. Very good. That was Richard and Kevin. Kevin's in Lebanon, of course, and so is Richard for that matter. And as wife, Stephanie, Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo. Who else is east? Up to the north, then, please.
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo.
You must be copying Richard and Kevin pretty good, huh?
Kevin, excellent. Richard, I cannot hear it all.
Richard, nothing. Isn't that interesting? Because they're both along the same plane.
Yeah, it must be the way my horizontal out, I guess.
Well, Richard, what are you using for a 10 meter? He's got a thing. I don't remember what he has, but it's not doing too well because he's really, really low to me. It's almost like a very, very tiny voice in the distance to me there, Frank. So I can understand why you can't hear him. Anyway, that was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo Kilo in Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
WB0 NOL.
How about you? Were you able to hear Richard and Kevin over there, Mark?
I can hear Kevin, but not Richard.
All right, there's another one down the tubes for Richard, man. He's got to get a better 10-meter antenna. Well, that's good. That's Mark in Northwest Wilson, Kilo Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north?
Whiskey Echo 4 Echo.
Are you copying? Tell me you're copying Richard. We got to give him some plus marks here.
Actually, I do. He's not super strong, but he's perfectly readable.
Well, he was readable to me, but it was like just barely. I'm not even sure he registered on my S meter.
didn't look, but I heard him. No worries.
Yeah, no, I get it. Very good. That's Whiskey Echo. And of course, Kevin was coming in strong to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, coming across the pond there, it's a lot easier, I think, for you.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm vertical and I'm up about 30 feet, so I actually hear decent over here.
Yeah, very good. That was Danny, Whiskey Echo for Echo in Hendersonville. Who else is north? To the west.
And 4FAX.
All right, I got you in there, Otis. You sound good. Are you copying many people?
Yeah, pretty much. And including Danny.
Oh, I'm sure you heard Danny. And Danny, you're copying Otis Gangbusters, right?
Yeah, 5 and 9.
Okay, very good. You're supposed to say armchair copy.
I don't have an armchair.
Yeah, no. Very good. That was Kilo, November 4, Foxtrot Alpha, X-ray. That's Otis. I'm glad you could stay up this late, Otis. This K4 PEW. Who else is north or west? All right, I had two of them in there, but Don, I got you in there with a good signal. November 4, Delta, Juliet Tango. Who was the other station? All right, I got Chris, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-ray Echo with his indoor 10-meter little loop antenna. Doing a good job, Chris. And he's in Donaldson. Who else is west?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donald.
All righty, the Donaldson twins. That sounds nice. The Donaldson twins. They're only about 20, no, probably more like 30 years apart, right? I don't want to stretch it too much there for you, Jack.
Well, I'm old. It's okay. You can say it.
Well, we're about the same age, so we both got about 30 years on Chris, I think. Anyway, that's Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Oh, to be young again. So I can make all the mistakes worse than doing them again. Who else is west? All right, I got Charlie. I got Kilo Golf 4, Charlie, Victor Echo, Greg in Antioch. A decent signal tonight. Who is the other station in there? West or south? Please come in. Wow, very low signal. Could you say that again, please? Okay, very good. I got it. Kilo Bravo 5, Echo Charlie Victor. Yeah, it's nice. Your signal is very low, but it's very readable. All right, very good. Let's see. Echo Charlie Victor. That was Larry, and he's over there in Walter Hill. Who else we got? Sal? All right, we're having a big night on 10 meters tonight. That's Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar, and that's Danny here in south of me in Hermitage. Who else is south? South or anywhere?
Kilo 4 Alpha.
Ah, very good. Got you in there, Alan. You sound good. How much power do you run on the 10-meter side over there on that remote base?
Well, it's funny you should ask. For some reason, I got a lot of RF. Something happened. I'm only able to run about 25 watts and kind of hang down.
Well, I can hear you fine, but I got a lot of, like I said, you probably heard me say it 50 times now. I got a lot of noise over here, local here.
Okay, very good. At least it's not hanging up anymore. I finally found a happy medium. So I have to figure out what the RF line is coming from. You know how that can be really tough.
Yeah, especially when you have to do it remotely.
Yeah, I was over there the other day. I thought I had it figured out, but I really didn't.
I'm with you. That's annoying. That's Alan with his remote base in Hermitage, Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. Who else is any place anywhere? Okay, you get demerits because you weren't on the 2-meter net, Dennis. What's up?
I'm checking in on 2 meters right now.
On 2 meters, huh? Okay, I'll get you. What you want? Retroactive to 2 meters?
I've been working in my garden since 9 o'clock this morning, and I was watering my corn by hand until 2:30.
Well, you're doing good, and everything's working well in the garden for you?
Oh, man. I got green beans coming out my ears.
Well, as long as you're willing to freeze them, I guess you're in good shape.
can't breathe anymore, so maybe if I get in a town, I'll bring you back.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd be happy to have them. I enjoy vegetables. Well, very good. That was Dennis. He's in Castellian Springs, Whiskey 9 Bravo Oscar, Quebec. Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Nothing else. No lollygaggers, lurkers, or sandbaggers on 10 meters tonight?
You jump over to check in.
Check in. Go ahead. I got no copy, Dennis.
Oh, let me relay that. Give me a call sign again. What was your name again? Yeah, I got you loud and clear. Jamie K. 04 KJS. That's still on us for 4 kilowatt Juliet X-ray. Jamie, he got 10 watts, so he's like, he brought her gear to me. That's it. So I'll just relay that. You can check it out.
Yeah, I could just barely copy. I heard a voice in there, but I couldn't tell anything that was being said. It was so low to me. But I got a lot of noise here locally, though, Dennis. That's Kilo Oscar for Kilo Juliet X-ray. That's Jamie. And it's good to have you in there, Jamie. With low power, you're doing fine, I guess, because you got the relay in through Dennis, who's in Castellian Springs. Is there any other check-ins? Please come down.
Welcome.
All righty. Unless I hear something, we're closing the net out. K4PEW with last chance on check-ins on the 10-meter net. Please come down. All right. I appreciate all the check-ins on such a crummy night for me because all the noise and can't understand crap, and I can't remember crap tonight, so I'm sorry about that. And we had 17 check-ins on 10 meters, which is a pretty big number for a crappy night for me anyway. And I appreciate everybody being there. 73. Everybody have a great night. K4PEW.
W4E, W9BLQ.